New Life in the UK Test. Chapter 4. Test 9. Chapter 4. A Modern, Thriving Society. The UK Today. Religion, Customs and Traditions. Sport, Arts and Culture. Leisure, Places of Interest. The Archbishop of Canterbury can most accurately be described as what? A. The administrative leader of the Church of England. B. The financial leader of the Church of England. C. The political leader of the Church of England. D. The spiritual leader of the Church of England. Correct answer: the spiritual leader of the Church of England. Explanation: the monarch is the head of the Church of England. The spiritual leader of the Church of England is the Archbishop of Canterbury. What is the capital city of Wales? A. Cardiff. B. Newport. C. Plymouth. D. Swansea. Correct answer: Cardiff. Explanation: Wales, the capital city of Wales is Cardiff. To go into a betting shop casino, but you have to be what age? A. 15. B. 16. C. 17. D. 18. Correct answer: 18. Explanation: you have to be 18 to go into betting shops or gambling clubs. Which of these films was directed by David Lean? A. Brief Encounter. B. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. C. The Killing Fields. D. Women in Love. Correct answer: Brief Encounter. Explanation: Brief Encounter 119,451, directed by David Lean. Who or what were jesters? A. Combatants on horseback at medieval feasts. B. Men who organized hunts in the Middle Ages. C. People who told jokes at medieval royal courts. D. Silver coins of the 18th century. Correct answer: people who told jokes at medieval royal courts. Explanation: medieval kings and rich nobles had jesters who told jokes and made fun of people in the court. Which of these statements is correct? A. Big Ben is a novel written by Sir Kingsley Amis. B. Big Ben refers to the great bell of the clock at the Houses of Parliament. Correct answer: Big Ben refers to the great bell of the clock at the Houses of Parliament. Explanation: Big Ben is the nickname for the great bell of the clock at the Houses of Parliament in London. Many people call the clock Big Ben as well. The clock is over 150 years old and is a popular tourist attraction. John Petts was a Welshman famous in which of these two areas of art? A. Engraving. B. Painting of horses. C. Stained glass. D. Watercolors. Correct answer: stained glass engraving. Explanation: John Petts (1914–91) was a Welsh artist best known for his engravings and stained glass. What is the common name for yeoman warders at the Tower of London? A. Beefeaters. B. Crown Guards. C. Pike Staff. D. Queen's Men. Correct answer: Beefeaters. Explanation: tours are given by the yeoman warders, also known as beefeaters, who tell visitors about the building's history. People can also see the crown jewels there. The heptathlon comprises how many different track and field events? A. 5. B. 6. C. 7. D. 8. Correct answer: 7. Explanation: Jessica Ennis, 1980, is an athlete. She won the 2012 Olympic gold medal in the heptathlon, which includes 7 different track and field events. She also holds a number of British athletics records. Which of these statements is correct? A. All dog owners must have a license to keep their pets. B. Dogs in public places must wear a collar showing the owner's name and address. C. Dogs in public places must wear a collar. D. Dogs in public places must wear a muzzle. Correct answer: dogs in public places must wear a collar showing the owner's name and address. Explanation: all dogs in public places must wear a collar showing the name and address of the owner. Who wrote Paradise Lost? A. John Milton. B. Rider Haggard. C. Salman Rushdie. D. William Shakespeare. Correct answer: John Milton. Explanation: as Protestant ideas spread, a number of poets wrote poems inspired by their religious views. One of these was John Milton, who wrote Paradise Lost. Which country are Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park found? A. England. B. Northern Ireland. C. Scotland. D. Wales. Correct answer: Scotland. Explanation: this national park covers 720 square miles 1,865 square kilometers in the wests of Scotland. Loch Lomond is the largest expanse of freshwater in mainland Britain and probably the best-known part of the park. In which of these years did Britain not host the Olympics Games? A. 1908. B. 1928. C. 1948. D. 2012. Correct answer: 1928. Explanation: the UK has hosted the Olympic Games on 3 occasions, 1908, 1948 and 2012. Who wrote the poem She Walks in Beauty? A. Elizabeth Browning. B. Lord Byron. C. Sir John Betjeman. D. Sir Walter de la Mare. Correct answer: Lord Byron. Explanation: she walks in beauty, like the night, of cloudless climes and starry skies. And all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes. Lord Byron, 1788 to 1824. She walks in beauty. Areas of protected countryside that everyone can visit and where people live, work and look after the landscape are called which of the following? A. Country estates. B. Greenfield sites. C. Moorland. D. National parks. Correct answer: national parks. Explanation: the UK has a large network of public footpaths in the countryside. There are also many opportunities for mountain biking, mountaineering and hill walking. There are 15 national parks in England, Wales and Scotland. They are areas of protected countryside that everyone can visit, and where people live, work and look after the landscape. Is the statement below true or false? Dame Judi Dench, Colin Firth and Sir Anthony Hopkins have all won Oscars. A. False. B. True. Correct answer: true. Explanation: recent British actors to have won Oscars include Colin Firth, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Dame Judi Dench, Kate Winslet and Tilda Swinton. What is it traditional to do on the 1st of April in the UK? A. Hunt for eggs. B. Make pancakes. C. Play jokes on each other. D. Play musical instruments in the street. Correct answer: play jokes on each other. Explanation: April Fool's Day, the 1st of April, is a day when people play jokes on each other until midday. The television and newspapers often have stories that are April Fool jokes. Around which structure in London is the Remembrance Day service usually held? A. Nelson's Column in Trafalgar Square. B. The Cenotaph in Whitehall. C. The London Eye. D. The Statue of Eros in Piccadilly Circus. Correct answer: the Cenotaph in Whitehall. Explanation: people wear poppies, the red flower found on the battlefields of the First World War. At 11 a.m. there is a 2-minute silence and wreaths are laid at the Cenotaph in Whitehall, London. Which of these is not a Gilbert and Sullivan comic opera? A. A Midsummer Night's Dream. B. HMS Pinafore. C. The Mikado. D. The Pirates of Penzance. Correct answer: A Midsummer Night's Dream. Explanation: in the 19th century, Gilbert and Sullivan wrote comic operas, often making fun of popular culture and politics. These operas include HMS Pinafore, The Pirates of Penzance and The Mikado. Gilbert and Sullivan's work is still often staged by professional and amateur groups. In which language was the Canterbury Tales written? A. English. B. French. C. Scottish Gaelic. D. Welsh. Correct answer: English. Explanation: British poetry is among the richest in the world. The Anglo-Saxon poem Beowulf tells of its heroes' battles against monsters and is still translated into modern English. Poems which survive from the Middle Ages include Chaucer's Canterbury Tales and a poem called Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, about one of the knights of the court of King Arthur. What is Yorkshire pudding? A caramel-flavoured dessert. B. Apple and pears with custard. C. Batter cooked in the oven. D. Meat and potato in a pastry. Correct answer, batter cooked in the oven. Explanation: England, roast beef, which is served with potatoes, vegetables, Yorkshire puddings, batter that is baked in the oven, and other accompaniments. Fish and chips are also popular. Which of these statements is correct? A. Sir Terence Conran was an 18th century designer of furniture. B. Thomas Chippendale was an 18th century designer of furniture. Correct answer: Thomas Chippendale was an 18th century designer of furniture. Explanation: Britain has produced many great designers. From Thomas Chippendale, who designed furniture in the 18th century, to Clarice Clift, who designed Art Deco ceramics, to Sir Terence Conran, a 20th century interior designer. Leading fashion designers of recent years include Mary Quant, Alexander McQueen and Vivienne Westwood. Near which of these cities is Europe's longest dry ski slope? A. Aberdeen. B. Edinburgh. C. Inverness. D. Pitlochry. Correct answer: Edinburgh. Explanation: Skiing is increasingly popular in the UK. Many people go abroad to ski, and there are also dry ski slopes throughout the UK. Skiing on snow may also be possible during the winter. There are 5 ski centres in Scotland, as well as Europe's longest dry ski slope near Edinburgh. Lewis Hamilton is a leading figure in which sport? A. Horse racing. B. Motor racing. C. Squash. D. Tennis. Correct answer: motor racing. Explanation: a Formula 1 Grand Prix event is held in the UK each year, and a number of British Grand Prix drivers have won the Formula 1 World Championship. Recent British winners include Eamon Hill, Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button.